Greetings, my name is Nevita Sri Ramarao, matrix number MHL211005. Currently, I'm studying Masters of Language in Communication and Digital Culture, or known as MLCDC, in University Technology Malaysia. Today, I would like to present to you a topic which titled Racial or Ethnic-Based Digital Divide, and the online game that I chose is World of Warcraft, or which is also known as WOW. Let's have a look at the game's trailer before I break out my research. To get the best ever experience, make sure to use your earphones.
The Jailer of the Damned. A grim task, which I have failed. Now the eternal veil screams, torn asunder by her. Within the realm of shadow lies the darkest of terrors, which should never be set free. The Shadowlands are infinite. Their terrors and beauty were never meant for mortal eyes. I wonder if they can bear to behold all that awaits them. Denizens of this realm are the key to restoring the balance between life and death, if their trust can be earned. Death comes, and the end of everything is just the beginning.
I'm sure you enjoyed the trailer, since the cinematic trailer with the background music is so fantastic that you'll want to watch it again and again. But hold on, as I would want to share some information about this fantastic game with you. Blizzard Entertainment's World of Warcraft WOW is a massively multiplayer online role-playing game MMORPG that was published in 2004. Land of Warcraft is a fantasy game set in the Warcraft universe. It takes place in the world of Azeroth. The game was announced in 2001 and released on November 23, 2004, to commemorate the Warcraft franchise 10th anniversary. The Burning Crusade 2007, Wrath of the Lich King 2008, Cataclysm 2010, Mists of Pandaria 2012, Warlords of Draenor 2014, Legion 2016, Battle of Azeroth 2018, and Shadowlands 2017 are the 8 major expansion packs for World of Warcraft since its introduction 2020. Regarding the game, players can create an avatar character and explore an open game world in third or first person view, fighting numerous monsters, performing missions, and interacting with non-player characters, which is NPCs or other players, just like in other MMORPGs. The game encourages players to work together to complete missions, enter dungeons, and engage in player against player, which is PvP combat. But it can also be played solo. Character advancement is the primary focus of the game, with players earning experience points to level up their characters and buying and selling goods using in-game currency to obtain better equipment, among other game features. Have you ever heard of racial stereotypes and wondered what they are? Stereotypes are a commonly held yet fixed and oversimplified image or notion of a specific type of person or thing. Stereotypes include the belief that only boys can play sports and that all Asians are mathematicians. Stereotypes can be both positive and harmful, as you can see. To return to our original point, what exactly are racial stereotypes? A racial stereotype is a generalized opinion about a specific group of people. For example, all Native Americans enjoy gambling, and Asians are well versed in martial arts. All of these scenarios are hypothetical, but are there any racial prejudice in World of Warcraft? The answer is yes. Why is there such thing when many gamers just care about the game, which is to choose an avatar and kill the opponent? This is the topic of my presentation today. Come with me and I will show you how racial prejudice were incorporated into this game. The racial stereotypes in this game are no non-white humans heroes, the extremely racist tropes, a panda with fake Asian accent, the goblins as greedy bankers. The first and most evident is that there are no non-white humans heroes in this game, implying that the game is anti-black. We have all seen footage of white people bullying black people. I believe the game's creators are hinting the real-life scenario of what is going on in the world through this game. Secondly, the harsh representation of overtly racist cliches. The noble savage orcs and Tauren, as well as the bloodthirsty savage Jamaican trolls, appear to be based on Native American stereotypes. Caricatures can be unpleasant enough without indicating that Native Americans are nothing more like talking animals or hideous human-looking brutes, while Jamaicans are one of the game's most canonically nasty races. Finally, there's Pandaren, a character who looks like a panda but has phony Asian accents. As we all know, panda is incredibly popular in China, but Chinese Americans and other Chinese people who do not live in America do not have access to panda in this game, which is extremely disrespectful to those groups. Next, the game's goblins are a parody of Jewish people who are shown as greedy bankers. There are many language and dialects to be found in the game. Since English is used globally, main instructions are in the similar language. But when it comes to the game, there are many languages which is used during the game by the similar characters. Some of the dialects are Abyssal, Aquan, Auran, Common, Dwarven, Draconic, Ignan, Orc, Gnoll, Gnome, Goblin, Elven, Giant, Terran, and Undercommon. For this time being, allow me to introduce you to these four dialects. The Night Elf's primary language is Darnasian. It has written and spoken counterparts. Darnasian, the current language, and an old script, a weird dialect, which can be found in ancient Night Elf ruins, are the two languages. As an example, Do means teacher and Tero means student. Second, all elementals speak Kalimak as their common language. The native speakers, elementals, are rarely encountered in any kind of friendly role. Hence, Kalimak is a rare tongue spoken only by a few experts. For an example, Rot means burn or fire. Third, the Nerubian's primary language is Nerubian, which is also called as such exclusively in the non-canon RPG. It's an ancient and terrible language, according to Chieftain Wintergale. Skittering is now Nerubian script as described. As an example, Anak means depths and Naz means forgotten. The fourth one is Gnomish, which is the Gnome's native tongue. Hearing them speak in their native Gnomish will make you comprehend why no one else other from Gnomes bothers to learn it. As a result, norms now teach common to their youngsters in order to improve communication with other races. For example, friend means rock and gal means run. Attributes are the fundamental components of a character's combat abilities. Strength, agility, stamina, intellect, and spirit are the 5 fundamental qualities. These 5 traits, as well as armor, are listed under base stats on the character sheet. These are sometimes referred to as stats. I choose Pandaren to introduce one of the characters in World of Warcraft because I adore pandas in real life. Pandaren are humanoid bears with black skin and fur covering their entire body. Every Pandaren has 2 different colors of fur, one of which is always white and the other of which can range from black to brown to red. They have 3 fingers, a thumb, and 3 toes on their hands and feet. A black claw adorns the tip of each digit. Paws is how they refer to their hand. While the species has a tail, it comes in 2 varieties. The most frequent form is a spherical stub for fur, but only red and white females have the second form, which is lengthy and thickens out at the end. In this early section, the questline text is full with preconceptions that a native person will expect to see in the media. It's all about establishing your worth as a Tauren, which means brave, a term with a long history of appropriation. We have been given the chore of completing a rite of passage that entails hunting animals and fighting a neighboring gang of primitives while listening to quest givers lament environmental issues. These activities fulfill all of the requirements for establishing the noble savage cliché, which has enchanted Europeans for generations. It isn't illegal or nuanced, but it is highly effective in informing the gamer that they are Indians. It was the funeral of their great mother, a tribe elder and female mystic, their group's spiritual center. The body was placed on a platform with 4 poles supporting it, a scaffold for burial. This is similar to how indigenous peoples in the continent's eastern and southern regions used to treat their dead. A Pandaren base stats at level 1 are 20 strength, 18 agility, 21 stamina, 19 intellect, and 22 spirit. Pandarens are naturally bad at characters such as mage, shaman, rogue, and hunter, while pretty good at characters such as warrior, monk, and priest. In general, many people will not select Pandaren above other races because Panda is regarded as weak. Aside from all of these statistics, it doesn't really matter because many people join the game merely to only play and not to choose powerful characters. The nature sprites of Pandaren are mischievous and prevalent, resembling common parts of their surroundings such as plants or boulders. Their look helps them to effortlessly conceal themselves and engage in their favorite pastimes, deceiving others for unknown motives. Many forest sprites' tricks appear to be innocuous, such as disguising themselves as tools to trip humans or throwing fruit and nuts at wanderers. Mountain spirits' interactions are more likely to include violence and death, such as rock slides and falls down cliff. Without knowing, we have come to the end. I hope you get a few information on the racial stereotypes that merged in this game. Playing game is many people's favorite, but encouraging negative implantations is harmful to self and to the community as well. That's all from me. Thank you for listening. Signing off with love, Nivita Sri.